What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Language, Litigation, and Integration Part 148, Casual Conversation 66. You know how we do it. All things current events, relevant and random stories, current events, and talking points. Got a bunch of them today. Hopefully that should definitely be enough for an episode. Hopefully not too much, hopefully not too much. But, started up a new hobby. We'll start off with a couple stories and then get into the talking points. So first story is starting a new hobby. I was gonna make it a new playlist on here. I still might, but I'm getting back into bowling. I told you I bowled my senior year of high school on the varsity team, the big varsity team. So I'm gonna roll a clip right now about my bowling yesterday.
Oh, now we're going. What are we doing today, everybody? We're zooming out. Bowling. What's up, everybody? So today, I'm starting a new journey, turning over a new leaf this autumn. Sitting in my car, it's actually pretty toasty. Trying to make this intro pretty quick. So I wanted to, all my other video content is typically stuff I'm an expert at, I'm very good at. So I wanted to switch it up and see if I can get good at something that I'm not. So, we will be trying. We are on the quest for a 300 bowling game. I have no expectation of how long this will take, probably many, many years. So, my bowling history. Told you I did one, I was a varsity bowler in high school because that's what everyone, if you sign up for bowling, you're on the varsity team. And so, my bowling, I do have a background in bowling, very slight, extremely casual player, one time of semi-serious. I think I'm going to do today. I'll be bowling for 2 hours. Hopefully get some footage. Again, I come midday. Got a good amount of people in the parking lot, so as long as it's not obnoxious or bothering anybody. Maybe talk about my technique, which probably isn't too good. But again, I'll be just trying stuff out on the goal for a 300. Past that, I'll just be documenting my bowling journey. So I'm going to be bowling for 2 hours today. I did have a custom ball in high school, and I went to pick it up at my parents' house. Just had a conversation with my mom. Go to get the bowling ball, huge crack in it. So we'll be using straight up just rental equipment today, but I will be getting a bowling ball, probably a secondary bowling ball because I'm bowling alone, so I don't have to wait for the bowling ball to be returned through the little chute thing. So we'll be, and again, we'll maybe work on some editing skills because these will probably be quick videos, just how many games I play, high score, low score, average scores, thoughts, vlogs, it's more of like a vlog type of deal than like a lecture series or educational content. And we're going to see if we can get a 300 bowling game within the next 10 years. We'll see. So that's the goal for today. Wanted to switch it up, do something new. It's getting fall time. Lower back's still not great, so exercises in terms of gym. So it's like I need a new hobby, something I like, cheap hobby, fun hobby, something I like. So we're on the quest, and I'll get some footage in there, hopefully, as long as it's not obnoxious, and we'll see how these videos turn out. So let's go bowl some bowling. Let's go bowl some bowling. Let's go bowl. Nice.
And as you can see in the clip, I didn't get any actual footage from the actual bowling alley. So, how did I bowl yesterday? I was between 95 and like 145. A couple of the games were, again, when I play sport like that, like bowling or golf, a lot of people will be like, if you're playing golf, when I play golf casually with my brother, dad, cousins all of the time. And so a lot of times, like when you're playing golf, they'll be like, oh, a gimme putt. It's close enough to the hole, you can just pick it up. And it's just like, if I'm playing a sport, like I actually want to like play the whole thing. Like I don't want to say, oh, you're good enough, that's just going to go in for sure. It's like I don't care if I shoot 3 million strokes. I don't care if I shoot 150 on golf or if I shoot 69. Nice. I just want to know what the fuck I shoot. And so on bowling yesterday, there was a couple times where I'd throw it, I'd get 8 pins, and then the bumper would sweep away the other 2 pins and say strike. And it was just like, so I had to move a couple lanes and I didn't notice that until probably about after game 2 or 3. So I'd say that my averages were 120, I guess. And that's really consistent with what I was at in high school. Again, in high school, my best bowling game ever, I did break. I don't think I broke 250. I definitely broke 230. So then that was a one-off game. Again, anything over 150 to me is pretty good. But I'm on the quest for a 300. That's a 10-year goal, or infinite goal until I'm dead, is maybe try to bowl a 300 game. And hopefully, if I can ever get paid, I'll be able to have a lot better. Like I said, I didn't get any footage from actually playing yesterday, but I'm below average bowler, so I don't know really what you want. But it would be just more of like just to get some footage. But if I can ever get a house with a bowling alley, then I'll definitely be able to put in the reps. But went to get my bowling balls cracked, and so again I do the two-handed thing. Where you kind of flip the ball over, and you put your like middle finger and ring finger on the two holes, and then I think my middle finger on the where the thumb hole's supposed to go. Hold it to the pocket and then try to spin it. So typically I either throw it too hard and it doesn't break the spin at all, or I throw it the right amount of spin and then not the right lane, like too far to the left, so then when it curves at the end, it just hits the last 3 or 4 pins. So that is an athletic performance goal I have, and I am sore, like not super sore, but planting my left butt cheek, the glutes, my left hamstring, and like my right forearm. This is from planting on like my throwing leg, and this from holding the ball. And I bowled by myself, so I bought two hours worth of games. Probably only played for about an hour and 20. Got kind of tired, just wanted to get back into the swing of things. But yeah, my arm hasn't been this tired since I discovered jerking off. So just got to need to work some new muscles. So that is my new goal. So again, I'll never get a girlfriend or a wife or a career or have a family, so I'm gonna try to go bowling a lot. Sweet. But that is what I did yesterday. And so another quick story I forgot that I kind of trailed off on my last one. I was telling about calling the FBI again. But because again, she picks up the phone and she's like, "What's area address? What's your name? What federal crime has been concerned?" Then she immediately starts reacting to the resonance of my voice, and then she's like, "I'm going to have to disconnect the phone if you don't slow down." And again, if you slightly offend somebody who makes $35,000 a year, they can just hang up the phone, and your entire life can be taken from you. And then they're going to worry about Iranians or whatever. Which again, you should clean up your own backyard first. And America's disgusting. Most disgusting people and populists that have ever walked on this fucking planet. And so I did. I can't lower my tonality. This is how I speak. Once again, I apologize for educating myself around illiterate, trashy fucking people who can't raise their kids. And my resonance scares people. Literally, when I went in, I just got back from picking up a Stromboli. I don't eat dinner till about 5. If I can eat dinner, didn't eat dinner yesterday. Past 2 nights previous to that, I did eat well. But I just go in to pick up my Stromboli, and she was like, "What's your name?" And I say, "Brad." And she literally like pauses for a second, and because again, my voice like scares people. Again, sorry for educating myself. For God fucking sake, what can I do on this planet to stop getting disrespected by fat, trashy people who do not raise their kids? And they're so pathetic. The instant they get offended, they just torture me. It will never end, man. But I lower my voice, and then she still says, "I'm going to have to disconnect the phone call now." Because she didn't like that she got offended, and I said, "Okay," I literally said, "Okay, I apologize, I'm trying to report crime." And then she goes, "I'm still going to have to disconnect the phone call." So, again, I have the reference number is referenced last video. I do not want her to be able to walk down the street. I do not want her to be able to eat food. I do not want her to have any social respect whatsoever. I want her to experience exactly what I have experienced. And so seriously, Kevin Gates on the Cartel Swag song, "If you want war, it's today." I don't want war. I don't want these people a part of society. When they go down to Mexico or any Latin countries, if you're actually connected with the cartel, don't cut them up. Or, again, I will not incite violence. Can't tell the cartel what to fucking do. But don't let them in places. Don't treat them well. Bar them the fuck out. I don't know what anyone allowed any family members associated with any law enforcement from the United States treated with any decency and respect anywhere. They do not know how to behave. They blew up their own fucking buildings. I saw, I don't know if it was Andrew Blinken or the Secretary of State, one of the talking heads for the Biden administration. Another quote again. When I'm mentally telepathed, totally bullshit. I just read the cues of the room. I'm the best at that. And my presence changes other people's. And presence, anyone being around anybody else's changes their mindset instantly. But literally in his eyes, he says something to the effect of, we've had to be more honest with other countries about how we've treated our own, and clearly referencing knowing that 9/11 was an inside job. So, again, fuck Americans, keep blowing up your buildings, murdering your own citizens, suppressing science, and facilitating death and suffering because you won't legalize cannabis and support science in any meaningful way. So keep that going, FBI and law enforcement. Again, I don't want anyone associated with law enforcement treated with any fucking respect ever. They are out. They fucking violated their oath. They violated their rules. They harmed the entire populace, and they still do it today. To this minute of this day, fucking animals. Like Gary Lewis Jr. Yeah, Gary Lewis Jr., the chief of police of Bexley. I remember seeing pictures, Gary Lewis, of you and your 2 sons in your army outfit. Literally a career military law enforcement person, chief of police. And what for, Gary Lewis Jr.? For the Constitution, right? For the law of the land, correct? For doing what is right, correct? Pussy, coward, fucking loser. Get sued, get fucked. TikTok, motherfucker. But then I was watching PBD number 187 with Stuart Kaplan, Richard Aguilar, and Scott Perry. I'm not sure which one made the comment. I watched it briefly. But he says the FBI looks at the fucking facts. Fucking bullshit. The FBI doesn't look at anything. Unless they want to, unless it's on their radar. But if you get defrauded out of, again, your life's work, the whole thing, every bit of property I've ever derived, millions and millions of fucking theorems over the years, millions and millions and millions and millions, and then you say, that doesn't sound real. Well, $1 billion doesn't sound real to someone who can't make $1,000. People who can't graduate calculus don't understand how fast and fucking prolific my research is. And how disgusting it makes you feel when you cannot have any integrity, no identity, nothing, no way to socialize in any sense of that word whatsoever, participate in society. I am the fuck out. And I can't have a family. But he says the FBI looks at the facts, and he says 95% of the FBI is fabulous people. Yeah, it would be are. If you're talking people are fabulous. So I think that was word for word, and it might have been me scribbling down quick. But he said 95% of the FBI is fabulous people. Well then, yeah, you're illiterate though, right? Is, are. So no, again, you are illiterate, you're privileged, you think you're good people. You project, you're thinking you're a good person into your whole group, and you've never been challenged, you've never had to make a real decision in your life, you want to go chase the bad guy, good guy shoots bad guy, but now we're the biggest gang in the world, and we just don't care because we're all doing it. It's a cool thing to do these days. Violate everyone else's rights, suppress science for an entire species, and say, not my fucking problem. Roger Federer retires from tennis. I always like watching tennis. Like I said, I like watching any sport that is like at a good competition, right? In close games, good competition. I'm always rooting just for whatever the interesting play is going to be. So I don't have any teams or anything, but I do like watching sports occasionally. Again, just for stuff that close matches. So I'm gonna get some Roger Federer career stats. But I always really liked watching him. I was actually honestly when him and Andy Roddick were going back and forth. Andy Roddick was, I don't think ever, obviously professional, well-known, good tennis player. But Roger Federer, retard Djokovic, and Nadal are like the big three, I guess. That's what they call them. The main career stats for Roger Federer. Federer won 103 ATP singles titles, including 20 major singles titles, a record that is only surpassed by the 21 majors won by Djokovic and 22 majors won by Nadal. 28 ATP Masters titles, and a record 6 ATP finals. He won the gold medalist, and again, I just don't know tennis well enough to know what the historic achievements. 20 Grand Slams. That's the always thing with tennis is it never made sense. Like I thought a Grand Slam was like you had to win all of the majors or something, and then just like every time they win a tournament, it's like another Grand Slam. I'm not integrated into the tennis world well enough to know exactly what qualifies. Like, winning all 4 majors at least once. But like so when it says 20 Grand Slams, I don't have to. People don't have fucking right words properly, so it doesn't make sense to me. But I always liked Andy Roddick. Andy Roddick was really fast and serves. But I don't know, Roger Federer never seemed to sweat to me. It was always amazing watching him play tennis. It was like, is that dude sweating at all? It never seems to sweat to me. And someone who sweats a lot, it's like, whoa, it's got pretty interesting. Albert Pujols hits home run number 700. And someone named Judge is doing something else with homers. And that's not being facetious or rude. Aaron Judge baseball homers. Home runs. But it was like, obviously 700 for Albert Pujols is a huge career milestone, but maybe it was just like Aaron Judge, the 60 this season, I believe. Maybe it was just a lot this season, or a lot, I don't know if this is his rookie year or something, but Aaron Judge hit the radar for hitting lots of homers. He's got 60. So the Brad Boas. Bullshit with Brad Boas, Jake Paul, gotcha, man. The BS with Brad Boas is going to get like probably 2 views. I was literally just watching Mr. Beast or Jimmy Donaldson on Flagrant, and I do not, honestly, they're not like super off-putting, but I'm not a fan of Jimmy Donaldson, just the way he presents himself. Again, not him, yes, him personally, but again, it's the 20 to 25-year-olds. The 18 to 25-year-old range is just the maturity level of fuck that. And so he just, again, not like a huge way, I'm not super off-put by it, I don't dislike the guy, again, I don't know him personally, but just a lot of his content, like I do like the main channel videos, 100% like the main channel videos, a little redundant sometimes, but they're well done, well produced, I watch them certainly. The reacts videos, there's too much editing for me, way too much editing, but just like the maturity, again, not like he's a bad person, but just like, it just sounds like a 18 to 25-year-old I've ever met. It's just like, ugh, I don't know. But I was watching, what was I going to say about something on there? About, I don't know where I was going with that. But I was literally just watching on, the views he got. He said he uploaded his first video and got 22,000 views. My current channel with 538 videos across, with implications and direct proving in every known research subject and a portfolio of music. Has less than, I think it's 15,500 and change. The whole channel. But that's what happens when you get kicked out of society. There was no potential to fit in. A girl in Iran was killed over a headscarf. Women want a right to choose. I want a right to choose to eat food. And we talked about it a little bit on a poker video, but I literally cannot make the choice to eat. I can't. Because people will not let me socialize to any capacity whatsoever. I am being profoundly and extensively tortured. There was nothing I could do, there was nowhere I could go, and there was no one I can call. I'm going to be tortured until I'm fucking dead. But yeah, America, we should probably enforce our own laws. Like that would be our first step to showing any decency. And then I just saw Joe Kernan again. I fucking hate 18 to 25-year-olds, and I hate fucking 65-year-olds. Joe Kernan again just immediately turned on CNBC and this fat, worthless piece of shits. Again, it takes 10 minutes to sputter out 2 words. The other day he said intestinal fortitude. Joe Kernan, is your intestines, are they strong? Intestinal fortitude? And again, as a way of just trying to like throw in more words to sound better when you're really just fucking up the logic because you're retarded. But he's over there like to Andrew Ross Sorkin, oh Andy, America's the best place in the world. It's a great place to have a family and a company. It's false history, Joe Kernan. You're being fucking sued for that. Do not lie about history. You cannot have a family or a career in this fucking country. Asterisk, unless you're privileged as fuck. Unless you demonstrate the same insecurity as everyone else in your fucking group. But yeah, I've never had constitutional rights, and it has destroyed literally my basic biological functioning. So who cares about me? No one gives a fuck about me. People care about how my work reflects on their life, and everybody was so insecure and immature, they tortured me. So, good job everybody, and fuck Joe Kernan. Oh yeah, Roger Federer down twice. I have never had a positive experience speaking foreign languages. Like, honestly. I don't say foreign, I've never had a positive experience speaking language. English is my first language. When I speak English, it scares people. And so again, I whipped up some Nepali, and again, without the writing script, I can still intimately get it, but it's just hard because I can't match the letters to the sounds. I just have to go word for word as opposed to letter by letter. But there's no need to delve into it. But again, I went to the Sunoco right down from my house. And again, this dude, I would always go in there, and again, wasn't sure what languages they were from. Again, I have a ton of languages. Sounded like closer to Chinese, but certainly not Chinese. So again, Southeast Asian language. So, I asked him that one day, hey, what language do you speak? Got some basic phrasing down. And then I go in there, and he'd always been like super friendly before. And then I go in there, busted out some of the Nepali, and it was certainly articulate. And there was a couple other people standing there. It was like, oh, how do you speak Nepali? It was just like, just look on the internet and try. But just some basic phrases, and then they started to teach me. Like, you can't teach me by commanding me. You can't do it. And he doesn't know who I am. He's not gonna but it's like, it's just people don't know how to listen. They don't know how to converse. They don't know how to respect people. Instinctually, nobody respects me because of my voice. It just scares me. Like, what is this thing? I'm just a fucking person, man. But then he's like, they won't respond in their native languages. They just respond in English. It's like, why? I can certainly speak other languages. Like, I just want to try. I want to try. Ask me something and see if I have the responses or know what you've said. But no, instantly starts teaching me, and because again, what did I say? I said tapalai, Costo, cha, like how are you to you, how, cha I think is, how are you is. But then you start selling the Ramro cha as sweet, and then the dude on the internet says it's delicious. So back to linguistics, it's just Ramro cha has a definitive meaning. It's either sweet or delicious. What's the, but I don't have a Nepali dictionary. That's why I just go to the dictionary and look it up. And so again, anyone teaching me, again, I can't stop watching Spanish shows where they say por, para, like buy for, instead of for. And so it's just like, people learn, like if I said, how are you? That'd be formal, but if I said, how goes it? Also kind of formal. But if someone said, how are you? And it said, it's bad, and then I said, it do be like that. No one struggles to hear what you're saying. That's kind of the equivalent when English speakers or anybody else goes to learn another language. You're kind of learning like it do be like that type of responses. So it's just like the linguistics is word for word, and then like actually expressing it to other people is just like I've never really had a positive experience. I've had bad experiences. It's just like I don't care. I just like to try it if they're not busy at the store some days. But whatever. Huberman Lab keeps catching cases. Tweets about cannabis and CBD. If you publish anything in any sort of scientific capacity whatsoever against proven scientific fact, because you're too stupid to go through it all or too stupid to listen, you catch a fucking case. Facts. Andrew Huberman just celebrated his 47th birthday. He loves his support of his friends, family, and Stanford Medical. Stanford steals all of my research every minute of every day, every department. I don't have a friend. I don't have any family. I don't have a career. So enjoy your fucking privilege, fucking Andrew Huberman. Go suck Lex Friedman's fucking dick. And stop fucking commenting on my fucking proofs. Not conjectures, not analysis, fucking proofs. Empirical proofs. Biological proofs. Let me interact with the species and let's see who sounds more fucking convincing. And it's a proof. If you've never driven the fundamental theorem of calculus, it doesn't mean it's not real. If you guys don't know how biology works because you're too fucking integrated into privilege, shut the fuck up. Doesn't matter, you're being sued. Colorado police officer provide a sacrifice to a train. Rios Gonzalez, a female, sustained multiple injuries, 9 broken ribs, a broken arm, broken teeth, and injuries to the head, and no charges were filed. Literally, a cop has a suspect in the back of his car, handcuffed, parked on railroad tracks. Railroad tracks. What should be the appropriate thing? Again, nobody should ever park on railroad tracks. That seems pretty straight fucking forward. But if you're getting pulled over, you should again signal to the cop, put on your blinkers, put on your turn signal, let you know you're being pulled over and you're cooperating, and then find a safe place for both you and the officer. Which I can't imagine that's not the protocol today. But we're out in the field. Gary Lewis Jr. We don't know how to behave. We send our kids to the sales. We have no fucking values at all. We park a car on police tracks. Shout out Chief Gary Lewis, man. That's your boys in blue. The blue coat of arms, man. Constitution rights. Let's park it's sacrifice. It's torture. You parked you strange an organism and put them in direct harm's danger, and then a train comes. And there's a video. Just Google the video. They're all running around. 99-0. What do we do? Our 6 weeks at summer camp. Now we can kill people. What do we do? America, Uvalde police, protect and serve. And then a train just whacks this fucking car. So definitely good video, but no charges filed. Disgusting, profound negligence. Fuck all of that shit. So again, internet, do your thing. Find these cops, kick them the fuck out of society. I don't want them to be able to walk down the street or go into a restaurant ever fucking again. If you provide human sacrifice in the 21st century, you shouldn't be allowed to participate. But again, it's the biggest gang in the fucking world. And they're all so fucking pathetic, and they wanna. I just watched another Reddit video of a guy filming a cop, and the cop pulls out his gun and says, "Why are you filming me?" And then again, the guy didn't do a very good job in the video I just watched. And once a cop tells you what to do, just be completely compliant, let him calm down. Once he realizes he's fucked up, then you fuck him in court. Which again, if you have access, if you're so privileged that you're allowed to access to court and actually have the laws. Again, there's no laws in this country. Stop saying that historically, it isn't fucking true. I have personally endured 22 fucking years of conscious memory forming without fucking constitutional rights or human rights. Stop saying there are fucking laws in this country. But yeah, here's another quote. I follow Logan Paul on Twitter, and he had this thing. He's fighting another dude in the WWE. Did they go back to the WWF? I don't know, I'd heard something that, because it went from WWF and the World Wildlife Foundation and made it go to WWE, but I think it's still the WWE. But he has this clip and it says something like, Logan Paul says, I am the table. And that was on September 25th on Twitter. I email people so many fucking theorems, I'm not sure where it's at, but I've said multiple times in recent months, certainly before this, what do I bring to the table? I am the fucking table. So now we have people literally stealing word for word everything. Everything. It is what it is. It's the form of every sentence. I prove that. People should cite me when they fucking do stuff. So Bean Hasenfeld would be like, on Twitter, be like, oh, in my book, there was a well-presented argument against particle physics and where we can go next. What the fuck? Physics is done. I fucking finished it. So we just steal, we lie, and she has family. She goes to this conference, and then goes back to Berlin, and then goes this, and this has fun, and privileged animals that can't fucking think, and I was tortured, so all I do is think. Now people want to think, and they can't. They just literally can't. And then they steal it from me word for word. The President's Cup. Watched a bit of that. Again, it wasn't too close, I didn't really tune in. But I do like that format where it's just like, kind of, golf for my whole life. Haven't played in years, but because I don't fucking know. I just have no motivation to do anything. I want my life to start. I want my career to begin, and the answer is fuck no. But it wasn't too close. I didn't watch it too in depth. But I like the format where just the America versus European countries, but just even more so that just the style of play where they switch it up each day and it's not just standard golf. So I am a fan of the President's Cup. Would have watched more of it if it was a closer match. I'll make sure I'm still rolling. The new insignia for the Office of the Director of National Intelligence contains a UFO, and then it was removed. And so again, I don't give a fuck about this shit, man. Again, in the same month that the DoD has rejected a request for Freedom of Information Act for videos saying it would have national implications. So they say we definitively have more evidence, and then they're worried about an insignia or something. So, I don't give a fuck. Again, I've had people approach me in person, completely unsolicited, at my fucking house, just standing there. Hey man, yeah, we have a lot of data out of the Atlantic Ocean too. So, again, that looked again. I would put it gray. Again, the flying saucer dome was certainly gray with a Grey. Well, you guys can't spell right. Gray is the color. The A is the color. The E is the species. But saucers, it was a flying saucer type of model. Again, the spheres. I'm certain the spheres. Again, I have an immediate intuition of spheres coming out of the Pacific Ocean. But again, spheres are just more of your drones or your dinghy boats as well. Tic-tac-toes, those are the big passenger ones for sure. Saucers can carry individuals, don't know, have to. And again, the United States government has saucers. That's the whole fucking Bob Lazar shit. And so why they put it up there, that's cool. But again, the insignia versus people telling me in person and aliens moving shit around in my fucking home, it's a lot less convincing than an insignia. Again, I gave you the experimental method for directly verifying individual aliens. I don't even like the word aliens. Individuals. Organisms. We're the fucking aliens, man. We're the fucking weirdos. Last year, going on 18 months now, I've done the experiment. I don't need to do it again. I don't give a fuck. It's the easiest shit in the world. But people just can't accept 9/11. They can't accept cannabis as medicine. They can't accept their government has been so arrogant and ignorant. Again, whenever the sentiment of the species is that there's no chance they'll be there. It's just like, fuck, just publish this shit. You guys are so stupid. It's not national security defense unless the U.S. are doing something other stupid shit on the videos, which almost certainly they are. So, fuck Americans, fuck the law enforcement. There is no laws. Rape and torture of children in Russia-occupied Ukraine. Yeah, obviously that's good stuff, but there's official word that parts of Ukraine there's raping and torturing of children. Again, animals, man. Like, what the... Just, obviously, they're at war. You should cut them up yesterday, but you gotta find them. But again, just disgusting. Just disgusting animals, man. And I call the FBI. How would your paper help a war? Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. I can't believe Brad said he can help somebody. Why would we ever give him the opportunity to try? Right? We watch everyone winners and losers. I'm a very competitive person. Brad says he can help everybody in the world. Oh, he's so arrogant. What if I can though? What if I fucking can? What if I fucking have? Yep, God bless you. That's because of the fundamental empirical proof. Words are relative. Albert Einstein, everything's relative. Words are. Context defines variable. God bless you. And so how would profound education for the entire species ever help somebody? How would that ever change the sentiment of the species? Just stupid fucking FBI. Good God, I hate all law enforcement. Just fucking categorically. As a person of law, as a judge. Because they don't do their job. Their job is to enforce the law. Not to write it, not to interpret it, to just enforce the law. And you just have people so privileged and trashy they can't. But referencing owning 9/11 to other countries. I think I have Andy Blink tits, so I think it's Andrew Blinken. But you can 100% see it in his eyes when he's talking about owning his stuff to other countries, talking about 9/11. I can see it in his fucking eyeballs. So, yep. But hey, murder your own citizens, lie, and then all the stupid people start waving the flag and saying, Joe Kernan, we're the greatest country in the world, except when we murder our own citizens. And Joe Kernan's literally just projecting. He's just a fucking privileged, fucking trashy, fucking 65-year-old that just projects his fucking insecurities into the world. Huh, America's the greatest country on earth. Just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Two 12-year-old girls plan to murder families and pets, run away to Georgia together. One shot the father in the abdomen, then herself in the head, and the other didn't do anything. Both injured survive. So that's good. You have 12-year-olds committing family suicide pacts. I don't know. 12-year-olds. I mean, could be or could not be sexual in any way. I mean, run around together just as like partners or just 12-year-old friends, both girls that are friends, saying, both of our families are shit to us. Let's whack them and run away together. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting Thanksgiving next year. How do you get shot, guys? So Sally wasn't too happy. But yeah, she's still here. She shot herself in the face and the head, and that didn't work. Stupid Sally. So yeah, Thanksgiving will be fun for that family. But again, that's where their brains go. Oh, we're apes. What do? Oh, kill people. Oh, kill everybody. Kill everything. You're war in Ukraine. So that's another good story. The crown wasn't transferred to Charles III instantaneously because all measurement requires time. When is death precisely? Is it when your heart stops beating? Is it your last breath? Is it when your blood stops flowing? What exactly is the definitive moment of death? And you can't measure it because it requires time. I saw tweets from accredited physicists like Sabine Hasenfelder and Avi Loeb or something tweeting something about Bell's theorem or some random named things. And again, I don't do Bell theorem, I just prove things. I don't need to name some theorem over here that's incorrect because you guys can't prove everything. And if it's provable, I can do it. Instinctually, it's not like a hard, I have to climb Mount Everest, so it just gets done instantly. But it wasn't instantaneous. Again, established physicists do not know established physics. They don't know how to speak about it at all, period. Sabine Hasenfelder thinks energy is density. Not word salad. Energy density is not word salad. There's something in a wiki article. And they say it transfers instantaneously. Absolutely false. Because of the uncertainty principle. Measurement is limited. So no, it did not transfer instantaneously because measurement requires time. Edward Snowden received citizenship in Russia. I have 2020 question mark and then full citizenship. So I think he received some sort of acknowledgement in 2020 and then full citizenship recently. So that's interesting. Again, if you disclose information about American people, Russia will give you safety, but not publish my paper, because that would also help Russians too, and Americans, so that we both collab to destroy Brad's life and give him asylum nowhere. Love it. Fuck Edward Snowden. And they're like, what does Edward Snowden think about Bitcoin? But absolute fucking trash. I haven't seen anything really more about the Mar-a-Lago definitive in any way. Again, if it was an abuse of the FBI, sue that fucking guy if Donald Trump endangered somebody else, throw him in prison. I haven't seen anything convincing. And both the left and the right want to push the extremes. And when I read the headlines, it doesn't reflect what actually is in the stories. And then nobody can write stories properly anyway, so it's I just don't know what the fucking facts are, so I haven't seen any development on that. What do I think of the currency market today? Again, just the strong dollar. Just Russia's the biggest question mark. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't been following the currency markets closely because I've not been trading. But I just saw it on the CNBC. The dollar's doing really well in a long time. Yeah, this American dollar, man, it's the greatest country in the world, Joe Kernan. Fernando attempts to sell solar panels. Fucking funniest shit I have ever seen in a fucking minute. So there's this post, it's on Reddit. I'll just look up it's kind of like it's watch people die inside. And it was posted by They Call Me Big _LY. And it's called The Very Expensive Freudian Slip Under Watch People Die Inside. It was posted yesterday on September 26, 2022. And so Fernando, the dude looks like a Latino, but he goes up there and this dude rings a dude's doorbell, black dude comes out, and you can tell he's got hyped up to have his, or he's not hyped up, but he's rehearsed his sales pitch. He's like, hey man, we're in the houses next door, I'm do solar panels, and I'm with the houses next doors, and we're just, go around talking to the niggers, I mean neighbors. And oh my gosh, the first time it says a very expensive Freudian slip and watch people die inside, so you don't really know what to expect. And then you watch this fucking shit. First time I just I clicked off of it so fast, I was laughing so fucking hard. I was like, whoa! And I watched the whole fucking thing. Oh my gosh. And the black guy, he's getting pitched something. So a lot of people just shut the door, tell you to leave. So the guy comes out to listen to the sales pitch. Imagine just waking up, you're getting your coffee ready, someone's knocking on your door to sell you some shit you don't want, but you're a friendly dude. And you go out there and you're like, hey man, what's up? Nigger. And then the dude is just like, oh. He says, oh, all right, man. He doesn't really react, he doesn't get mad, he's just like, oh, sweet. Starting the day off with this guy, Fernando, selling fucking solar panels. But then Fernando is like, oh man, sorry man, didn't mean to. So the black guy's just like, goes back inside, Fernando's all blustered. Fucking hilarious clip, absolutely fucking hilarious. So that had me, I have not laughed that fucking hard at something in a while. That got me good. So, those are all the talking points for today. Again, as usual, I'm begging to leave this country. I've been on a predominantly liquid diet for over 2.5 years now because of active harassment and torture. I just want to be able to eat a meal. I want enough dignity and integrity to feel safe to eat a meal, and maybe someday have a career in socialist. But I've given up on that shit. I really have. I just want to be able to eat food consistently. That is my only goal. That has been my goal, my only fucking goal for 10 fucking years. All I need is money. And to have money, all you need to do is have people give it to me because it's mine, or allow me to function in society, and neither of those are allowed because we can't change our behavior. We just fucking can't. And so then I see Eric Weinstein. Who cares what the fucking insignia? Who cares? And then he's like, I wonder where they're gonna walk back now. The UFOs are everywhere. The Freedom of Information Act saying they have other evidence. I mean, it's just nonsense. It's fucking nonsense. But hey, refuse to enact healthcare and be so fucking stupid and kill a bunch of people. Seriously, that is the fastest way human beings could progress is if everyone learned to grow up and mature. That is not going to fucking happen. So, again, I just get the popcorn out, I don't incite violence, and if you don't know how to behave, I hope you get hit by it. I hope you feed some alligators. And so, that's it for today. Thank you for watching Language Litigation Integration Part 148, Casual Conversation 66. And obviously I drew some nice artwork. You can try to do homework, try to depict what that picture is representing. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.